खुदा ने कौन सी मिट्टी से अपना दिल बनाया है खुदा ने कौन सी मिट्टी से अपना दिल बनाया है
मुझे आशिक बना
of conservation of momentum. It states that when one object hits another object, the object that is hit will gain the exact amount of force that the object that hit it in the first place had. So, an example of this is when you pull a ball back here, and you let it drop, they'll go back and forth because the force of the first ball dropping and hitting the force carries through, and it keeps going back and forth. Not quite sure what these are called, but I'm going to call them Newton's balls, because that's what they are. Anyways, so they just carry back and forth. And them slowing down is because it rattles whenever it hits it, so it loses a little bit of force in every contact. It's not quite consistent because maybe these strings aren't equal, or...
Connor Kelly. I've been researching momentum and its conservations. Linear momentum is a product of the mass and velocity of an object. Momentum, as it is a vector, a direction, and a magnitude, equaling P equals mv. P equals mass times velocity. Back in 530 AD, a philosopher, John Philoponus, developed a theory of momentum, stating that everything moving must be kept moving by something. Then, a man named Ibn Sina agreed that he was correct, except that it had to be something common, like air resistance. Momentum was found to be a common force, decided in the 500s BC. Eventually now, it's the products of mass, and velocity, being which makes things move. Conservation of momentum connects to many different things, such as conservation of energy, and conservation of angular momentum, collisions, elastic and inelastic momentum, one-dimensional and multidimensional momentum, isolated systems in momentum, relativisticity in momentum, and impulsive force in momentum. All these things connect to one big idea, like conservation of momentum, which then connects to momentum. If an object hits another object that's going the same speed and size, then it will stop its momentum and end, going at 0 miles an hour. When we think about momentum, it's a quantity of motion. That quantity is of vector, like I said earlier, where momentum is always directed in the velocity's direction. One idea shown by this is if two cars are driving at the same speed, and they are the same size, then they will hit the force of the cars with the same subtraction to 0. Since if you use subtraction, 50 by 50, then you get 0, the speed you'll be traveling after the collision. That is all the time I have today. Thank you very much, and pass it on to the next man of momentum. Thanks. When the man jumps, he travels through the air with the same momentum as when he jumped. As the balls hit the wall, they bounce back with the almost exact same force as when they hit. This was Did You Know?
There's a reason we must use seatbelts to drive safe. If you hit the brakes while driving along the highway, you fly out the windshield, and then you'll die. Just before you do, why do you need a seatbelt? Why'd you fly out the window? What just happened? Let me tell you about it.
There's a reason we use seatbelts when we're driving along the highway. You can't just keep speeding, hoping things keep going your way. You gotta hit the brakes, you gotta do it slow. If you wanna live, you have to listen to me, you know. There's a reason we do physics in the second time. This is the best project that you'll ever see. Understand that we need in them. And just a few will be telling you what to do with this brand new knowledge that we're giving you. Ooh, P equals M delta V. That's mass times the change in velocity. The answer is in physics. This is inertia and motion. The answer's in momentum and it's conservation.
Note that there are two kinds of momentum. They're elastic and inelastic. So what are they? Inelastic sticks to objects after collision, while elastic is simple away.
Just remember that momentum is M times delta V. It's the reason that objects change direction rapidly. Why a quarterback can take you down just like that. And it's a fact when a guy's fat, it's hard to make him fall on his head.
His ass.
In an objects A and B.
You can see how these collisions can hit and play out in theory.
Momentum must be conserved, and that is shown through A and B's final speed.
Someone that loses momentum amounts to
Final
inertia in space.
The answer is in physics. This is inertia in motion. The answer's in momentum, and it's conservation. Conservation.
You can apply this concept to everyday life. Find all this anywhere, anytime. The world is governed by the laws of conservation. The idea of momentum and collision is no exception. Sumo wrestlers have lots of momentum. They have lots of mass. It takes great force to lift them up and make them fall and fast. Billiard balls show the conservation of momentum as they bounce off each other. As the balls collide, the motion is fast on the other. If you're going to move fast, you just can't stop. You have to slow down. Unless you want to hit your face in the floor and scrape your knees on the ground. Don't be a fool. You are bound by nature's law. So be safe. Remember what you heard and what you saw. Just remember that you're greater than mass, you're greater than people, you're greater than velocity, you're greater than force, you see. There's just so much application of this idea. So go on, apply what you've learned. And we'll see you.
The answer is in physics. This is inertia in motion. The answer's in momentum, and it's conservation.